YouTube, how we doing? My name is Jake. Welcome back to the channel. I apologise for it being so long. Things have happened in life, and you know what? I think I've come back at the right time because as I'm recording this and the day it will go live, tomorrow is the Modern Warfare 3 reveal date and trailer and event and also and whatnot. Obviously, this has completely divided fans because we weren't promised, but we were just told that this would be a 2-year COD. And I'm not going to lie to you, you know for a fact they had this in the works, but because of how poorly Modern Warfare 2 has been received from gamers, like pros, from casuals, you knew they were going to do something. And I mean, put it this way, I only played Modern Warfare 2 for the first time in nearly 2 months a few nights ago, and was just like, there's a reason I haven't played this game in so long. It's just not for me, it really isn't. But with Modern Warfare 3 being announced, I say the reveal event tomorrow, I think it's a Warzone thing. I will more than likely try and record and do something for it if I can. But let's talk about it, because I say the leaks are huge about what could be happening. Charlie Intel has done a lot of deep diving in regards to what we could potentially be getting. So let's just talk about a few of them. The gameplay as well. Since the servers have come out, I originally was going to do a video being like Modern Warfare 3 has been announced, but I'm playing the older CODs because I have been. I have been loving playing Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 3. The only thing I hate is that young Jake was a PlayStation player as a kid, not an Xbox, so I have to grind all the levels again, and I really am not enjoying that. But the games as a whole, I absolutely adore them, so I will probably have more content on them soon. But let's just talk about this Modern Warfare 3 reveal. So the first thing is there's going to be a number of changes made to the multiplayer aspect that is going to appeal to pretty much everyone. The main one being is that red dots will appear on the minimap again when you shoot an unsilenced weapon. Now, this is a feature that should never have been taken out, let's be honest. Like, this is such a simple thing. It was in every single COD pretty much, and they took it out for what reason, I'm not 100% certain. But you saw the pros get mad about it. At the end of the day, even if you're a casual, you're mad about it, because it is such an easy thing, and it helps you so much, and they got rid of it. And apparently it is coming back. Fantastic, we need that. Reload cancelling. For me, I haven't got a problem with this. I don't mind reload cancelling. Sometimes you hit the button by mistake. It happens, okay? So I'm all right with that. And if it does bring back an essence of how sniping was in like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1, reload, massive kill cams and everything, I am all for them. Slide cancelling coming back. People are not happy about this. I really don't care. Slide cancelling was just a abused game mechanic that allowed you to do it. There wasn't anything in the code that basically said this is what you do to do it. People just figured out how to do it. People want to do it, fine, leave them to it. If they want to be that person, let them be that person. It is not that deep, all right? The big one as well is that the health will be going from 100 to 150. Now, obviously, they did this in Black Ops 4, but with manual healing. Let's hope if that is the case with the 150 health, we do not get manual healing, because that just really made Black Ops 4 not playable for me. I'm not going to lie. So those are the major things that have come out. In return to maps, apparently we are going to get all 16 released maps from Modern Warfare 2 starting coming into Modern Warfare 3 as an update. Now, I don't quite know how that works. Apparently, I say all 16 original maps are going to be from the game at day one. How do I feel about that? I'm a bit confused, like why you be adding Modern Warfare 2 maps to Modern Warfare 3 rather than adding Modern Warfare 3 maps to Modern Warfare 3. There was a number of Modern Warfare 3 maps that should be well and truly ahead of the maps in Modern Warfare. I mean, how many maps from Modern Warfare 3 over the course of its lifetime have been remade? Dome's been remade a number of times, whether it was in Vanguard, in Infinite Warfare, and now back again in Modern Warfare 2. But maps like Resistance, I'm pretty certain, has only come back once. Downturn, for a reason, never came back. But there are so many, like Village. where's Village? We were told Village was going to come back in Modern Warfare 2019. That never happened. So, and Hard Hat's come back once, and it was kind of universally panned. So, me personally, Modern Warfare 3 maps should come first because I really don't want to play an updated Derail. I think, does anyone really want to play an updated Derail? An updated Wasteland, I would adore, but people are going to hate the hell out of it because of just how bad the map plays. But look, if that is true, it does prove for a long time what I've been saying is that the maps that they are making now just don't fit with Call of Duty. Simple as that. They are just, there's too much going on with them, whereas fans have always just preferred a simplistic 3-lane design map and go from there. You don't have to overcomplicate things. So that's the multiplayer side of things done. From one of the reveal trailers, like the last few seconds, in regards to the campaign, so we know we are going to get Makarov in Modern Warfare 3. He's going to be the main baddie in it. And apparently they are potentially rewriting history because one of the things you hear on a phone call is a call to the World Trade Center. Now, we have always known that Modern Warfare games have always had that one mission that properly fucks you up as a person. I'm trying to think of COD 4, but the only thing I can really think of is the cutscene in which you get the main character that you're in gets shot in the head. In Modern Warfare 2, it's No Russian, which again we could get back in some way, and we'll talk about that in a second. And in Modern Warfare 3, it was the very start where you are the dad filming the kid and the wife like walking down the street in London, and then a bomb goes off. There are things in those games that definitely caught your attention, and it also caught worldwide attention. Let's not forget, No Russian was so bad that it got worldwide press, and they had to put in a graphic content, which I'm pretty certain was the first time a graphic content was put into Call of Duty. They might have put one in World at War, but because of the time period, I think it kind of made sense if there was one. But this was a modern military shooter, and we had a graphic content warning. Let's go back to this No Russian business. If we're going to get a No Russian with a potential World Trade Center 9/11 type deal, the possibilities are endless on how that can work out. And to be fair, it would quite literally shock anyone to the core. There are few things that get laughed about in life as little as 9/11. The one thing with it, whenever there's sort of tragedies and stuff like that, you always bring it up, and there's always something to liken it to. When you think of hurricanes and tornadoes, there's always another one that's bigger and better. You never talk about that with the World Trade Center. That's just one thing you don't talk about, and everything going, oh, this was worse than that. So imagine that in a Call of Duty style. So rather than stepping out of an elevator with an MG240 in your hand, hearing No Russian, what are we going to potentially get if this is that link that we are thinking of? I think the campaign, for me, the campaigns in the Modern Warfare games are the best campaigns in the world. Don't at me on that. Like, you just don't. Even 2019 and 2022's Modern Warfare, those campaigns are absolutely elite. I just want one thing. Make the campaigns fucking longer. Make them 4 to 5 missions and 4 or 5 acts like the original COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2 were. Make them 15 to 20 missions long. I don't want a 10 mission campaign because I want to be still playing in 3 hours. You know, I don't want to be playing it after like an hour and a half going, oh, I'm done. I'm bored now. There is still a finite amount of people that want to play campaign. Just give us the campaign fans that one thing, and I will love it forever. Am I happy that Modern Warfare 3 is being made? No, but at the same time, there are things I would like about it. The other thing as well is we are getting an Outbreak mode developed by Treyarch as a zombies mode. Now, the last time Treyarch stepped into a game and added a zombies that was not their primary game was Vanguard, and it was one of the worst zombies experience of all time. I would rank it lower than Infinite Warfare zombies. It's worse than World War II zombies. As much as I love World War II zombies, it was just so bottom of the barrel, boring and pointless. we've got to completely switch it up. Now, people aren't happy about the fact that it's going to be an outbreak mode rather than a round-based mode. And the reason for that, let's be honest, round-based modes are what Treyarch do best. We're going to get a Treyarch game next year. That's fine. Just wait until then. Outbreak is a fun mode. It was fun in Cold War. You know, the one things they can do, they can, with it being a modern military shooter, they can easily make the objectives more, obviously, for that type of thing. There are so many things you can do with Outbreak, and it will work, right? I did enjoy Outbreak, especially if you're with a group of people and you're just grinding for XP and stuff like that. It makes perfect sense. It is fine, right? Let's just leave it at that. I like Outbreak with it coming back. However they're going to do it, I don't know. There's leaks already about what it might look like, but I think it is fake. It just doesn't sit right with me. And because of that, we are losing DMZ as well. And I'm not the biggest fan of DMZ. My friends absolutely adore it and will play it until the fucking sun goes down. I've never been a fan of it. For me, it just didn't appeal to a Call of Duty fan base. So, yeah, if it's going, whatever. I have just remembered one thing about multiplayer. This is why I should really make a list when I do these rather than just spitball off the top of my head and remember things 15 minutes later. Map voting is back, apparently. And you know what? This is such a simple game mechanic that makes everyone happy, because if you're fronted with 2 maps and a random button, and the 2 maps are pointless, you can hit random, and then you're more than likely going to get a good map, right? It's very rarely you then get a worse map, right? So, and it also brings that social aspect of it in. And if you want to go really social, obviously with the rise of Discord, it's going to make it a bit more difficult. However, if you want to bring back a social aspect of the game, bring back forced game chat for Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy has been on a resurgence over the last number of years, and is definitely a very popular game mode again. And if you really want to make it social and you want to make people play the game more, make forced game chat. However, if you're on Xbox, with what's happening on an Xbox at the moment, that may be not the best thing in the world. But let's look at it. I mean, however this reveal event's going to go, and whatever we're going to get come the first week in November, I think it is. I can't remember. I think it's like the 10th or 8th. I don't really know. It's going to divide opinions, this game. It really is going to divide opinions, and there are going to be people that hate it, people that love it, and at the end of the day, when we buy it, we're suckers for buying it. End of day. But regards to it, so one of the things with that Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War and Vanguard had is that there was, because of Warzone, it had a progression system that carried across all of the games. With DMZ not coming back, the only thing we know from Modern Warfare 2 is that the guns and the perk packet and all that sort of stuff that you bought that's from the store, that will carry over. I hope that the fact that they've kind of gone old school with what's coming back, I hope they get rid of the cross progression, because it's time to sort of just put a stop at that. We're not happy that this game's being made anyway, so just make it its own thing. You know, what that means with Warzone 2, I have no idea. You know, whether we get a completely new map like we did when Vanguard launched with Caldera. But because you are bringing back so many old school aspects, and apparently there will be a much more updated UI and UX, which will be very similar to older games, rather than it looking like, as some people call it, like a Hulu or a Disney Plus user interface. Make it its own entity and just get rid of cross progression. Just get rid of it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You don't need it in Call of Duty anymore. Just do away with it. With that being said, let's spitball some ideas of what I would personally like. So the first thing is we're going to continue with the battle pass system, which is absolutely fine. Get rid of the map. Like, the map, I get the point of the map. It was so that you could pick your own path to get what you wanted. It just hasn't worked. It's just too convoluted. It's ridiculous. Just go back to the simple 1 to 100 method. It's fine. Prestiging, please bring back a legitimate prestige mode that actually makes sense. You know, when you get to that prestige 1, you are meant to start again. That's the whole point of starting from level 1 again. I don't really want to continue from where I'm up to. The idea is to grind and grind and grind. And one of the things they did with Modern Warfare 2 is that they made you use other guns to unlock certain things. And while that did pan out and everything, I guess that was kind of a way of like resetting everything. If you wanted to get one particular attachment for a particular gun that you wanted to use, you had to use something else. And that's the whole point when you are progressing from level 1 to level 50, 60, 75, 80 or 100. You know, you have to use stuff that you don't want to use and then get to the stuff that you do. Let's just bring that back because it is such a simple mechanic. Please, please, please just do that. Again with the maps, so if we are going to remake or just revamp the original Modern Warfare 2 maps, don't go overboard on it. Like, if you want to have doors, fine. I don't really see a point in having the open doors and everything with it. Just keep it fluid. I mean, but don't be adding stuff to the maps. I think that's the one thing that pisses fans off the most, is they add useless stuff to the map. Look at Village, not Village, look at Estate. Estate was a quality map in Modern Warfare 2, right? And in Modern Warfare 2022, we turned it into a lighthouse with some of the darkest colouring I've ever seen on a map, and it is unplayable. The map is awful. And we took pretty much a fan favourite map and made it horrific. And the reason it's not talked about as much as, say, another map is because, like, Estate, while it was a fan favourite, it wasn't like a top 5 map. If you did that with Terminal, which is a top 5 map, or a Rust, or a like a firing range or a Nuketown, if you completely like revamped it and turned it into something it wasn't, it would get hated so much more. And I think that's one of the reasons why the Estate remake hasn't received as much hate, is because it isn't that top tier map. But just keep the maps simple. They don't have to be these over the top, you know, masterpieces. They can literally just be bog standard basic and the fans will love it. Doesn't matter if you're a casual or a pro, a 15-year veteran, or just picking the game up for the first time. It really does not matter. Keep the maps simplistic, simple as. And the main thing for me, and I will bang on about this until the game is out, until I'm blue in the face, bring back party games. I don't care what you have to do, what licensing you have to pay to any other developer. Make party games great again. If I have to launch a campaign, I will. I want the old school Black Ops. I mean, this is the thing, because it's not Modern Warfare. It was made in Black Ops, but gun game just hasn't always felt the same. When you make like weapon blueprint gun game, it's like, well, that's still the same thing, just with a few fancy names. You know, I want Sharpshooter. But who remembers Sharpshooter, when every kill you would get a perk, and then after 4 kills you got double points, and you just kept rolling from there. Old school Sticks and Stones, bring them back. And the main one that we have only ever seen in one Call of Duty game that was not a modded effect was Prop Hunt. We did it in Cold War. You're in a modern environment. Imagine the possibilities that you could have. Imagine Terminal and Prop Hunt, the suitcases. You could be a book, you could be a computer. There are so many things that you can do with it. Now, apparently, there is a thing on this saying that Treyarch, for some reason, owns something to do with like the Prop Hunt name or something like. Whatever it is, you are one team at the end of the day. You're all under the Activision banner. Just pay the money, do whatever you need to do, and bring Prop Hunt back. Because one of the greatest thing about Cold War, other than the zombies and the campaign and most of the multiplayer, was the fact that I was replaying Prop Hunt every single day, whether it was with randoms or with my mates. And the fact that we can sometimes pick up 7 people in one go, I want that. I want Prop Hunt back. I don't want to have to play an older Call of Duty just to play Prop Hunt. There is nothing more fun than playing Prop Hunt with your mates online. It is great. So bring back that. Make party games great again. Make a consistent playlist of them, so not one that pops up every few months and then goes away again. You can continue with a 24/7 playlist. I haven't got a problem with them, but the problem is the one developer that did it right was Sledgehammer with Vanguard, is that when they launched a new 24/7 playlist, they didn't remove the other ones after fan backlash. Make that a thing and keep going with that. I will leave it there. If you guys have got anything to talk about in regards to Modern Warfare 3, old school Call of Duty, leave it in the comments down below. Like and subscribe for more content like that, and I will get back to you in a future video. At the end of the day, have a good one.